Hi guys, in this week's episode I want to take a look at another song tutorial. Am I even in frame? Who cares, as long as the guitar's in frame. This week I want to look at Black and White by Niall Horan. Firstly though, this guitar, it's a very beat up old guitar. It just happens to be a spare acoustic that I have from years ago that I decided to tune up and tune into DADGAD tuning, which is D-A-D-G-A-D. So it allows you to, it's like open D essentially, and it allows you to play some pretty cool stuff. So this song is in DADGAD tuning, and it really only uses 4 chords. I'll be naming them the most easiest name I can. I don't think they're exactly what I'm calling them because of the tuning, but it's essentially a D, like a D major, and then a G major-ish, B minor-ish, and A major-ish. I think they're actually like suspended something or other-ish chords. For the purposes of simplicity, we'll just call them D, G, B minor, and A. The start of the song begins with a little melody thing, which is kind of cool and is easy enough to do. It continues on during the verse, but obviously, unless you have like a looper, you can't really do it during the verse and play the chords at the same time. But here it is anyway. I'll have the tablature in the corner, either up here or up here, whichever one works. Probably here, there's a lot of room there. So, it begins with the intro. So it's just those 3 notes. The 3rd string on the 7th fret, then 6th fret, then the 4th string on the 7th fret. So it's pretty easy to play if you just use your middle and index fingers, middle on the 7th on the 3rd string. And then when you go down to this 4th string, you can kind of just roll your finger so that the meat of it frets down the 7th on the 3rd string, so that you can play it without having to stop, because it's harder to do if you try to switch your fingertip. There's kind of like a gap there when you play it that way, if you can hear it, whereas it just flows seamlessly if you do the roll move. Right, and that's all there is to that. That doesn't really come back at all during the song. Then we go down to the D chord, and for the verses you want to do kind of palm muting by resting just that part of your picking hand or strumming hand just right above the bridge. So then the verse is just a 4 chord progression starting with the D, so it goes I was don't know the lyrics and I should learn them. Then up to A, B minor, down to the G, then the E. Then at the end of the verse you can kind of start letting it ring, go into the chorus to kind of create a bit of a build-up. And then the chorus is just the same chords in a slightly different pattern. So you have D, G, B minor, A. And you can let all of the strings ring out, even the open ones. So it kind of has this bit of a D drone in the background of the song, and it just makes it sound very lush and full. back into the verse again, which is the exact same as the first verse, where you're just doing D, G, D, A, and then another chorus, and then at the end of that chorus we go into the bridge. That chorus is the exact same as the first one. So so at the end of that chorus, the second chorus, you go back down to the G instead of the D. B minor, A. Then into the chorus chords, but muted. Just for a small pre-chorus, I suppose you'd call it. Just that length that I just played, and then back into the final chorus, which is the same as all the others. And then you can just let that kind of fade out, I suppose, at the end. So that's all there is to it. I hope this was helpful to somebody. It's a cool little song. It's probably going to be done to death for the next few years at weddings, but nothing wrong with that. It's a good song. It's a very, very wedding-centric song. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and check back next week. Cheers.